Hey guys, I'm Theo Joe, and I've been getting a lot of questions from people who own PlayStation 4s and have been asking if there's any possible way to play Xbox One games on their PS4s, whether it's an exclusive title or something like that. Now, this obviously sounds ridiculous, probably impossible, but I figured out there is actually a way you can play Xbox One games on a PS4. Obviously, this is not something Microsoft and PlayStation want you to know how to do, but I'm going to show you how to do it in this video anyway. It's actually really simple. You shouldn't have any issues with it, and you don't need any extra hardware or anything like that. It's totally free. You might be wondering how this is possible. Now, consoles are just computers, and they can run any program you ask it to as long as it has the right coding. And games are just computer programs, but a lot of times there's protections and DRM management on the disks preventing certain consoles from running it. Obviously, Sony and Microsoft don't want you to be able to play games on other consoles. This is especially true for licensing, for exclusive deals, and they want you to buy the consoles. However, at least on the PlayStation 4, there's a secret developer mode you can enable to allow it to run any other console's game disc. I've actually heard this been unofficially called Xbox mode. But anyway, let's get into how to actually do this. You're going to need two things. Obviously, an Xbox One game disc that you want to play, and a USB drive. It can really be any size. Now, the first thing you have to do with a USB drive is actually create a special text file so that the PlayStation knows what kind of disk it's dealing with. It's basically just an information file. So let me go to the computer and show you exactly how to do that. It's a lot easier than it sounds. Okay, first things first, you want to go to the computer and put in any USB drive and make sure it's formatted, it's empty as FAT32. It's pretty easy to just quick format. And once it's empty, we need to go in and create a special text file to tell the PS4 what kind of information the disk is going to contain. So all you have to do is create a new text document and call it ps4_dev.text. And then we're going to open it with Notepad or Notepad++, doesn't really matter. Bring that over, and you want to type in the following information. Disk, DVD-ROM, because it's a Xbox One disc, then type, :space, Xbox One, no spaces, and then mode, dev. And that's it. That's all you have to put in and save it. Type it exactly like that. It's pretty simple, hard to mess up. And this is just basically going to tell the PS4, since it doesn't necessarily know what kind of disc it is initially, it's going to say this is a DVD-ROM, it's an Xbox One disc, and we only want it to work in dev mode, or rather it will only work in dev mode. And then now you can just close that out, make sure it's the only file in there, and then you are good to go. Okay, so by now you should have the USB drive ready, and why don't we go over to the PlayStation and I'll show you how to boot into the developer mode. Okay, so we're at the PS4, and as you can see, I've inserted a disc that it does not recognize. It's my copy of NBA 2K14 for the Xbox One, and it says unrecognized discs. Obviously, if we try to play it, it's just going to say that it has no idea what this is. It's an Xbox disc. It's not supposed to allow you to play it. Now, the first thing we need to do to allow this to be played on our PS4 is to boot into the special safe mode on the PS4, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. It's pretty easy. Okay, so the first thing you need to do at your PlayStation is to put in the USB drive that you made with the special file, and you don't have to do anything with it. It's completely automatic, and this is actually where any saved games will go because it can't be saved natively to the PlayStation drive, so they'll just go on there. And then, of course, I already have my game disc in there, and you want to boot it up with the game disc in there, the Xbox One disc. And to boot into safe mode, it's actually really simple. All you do is hold down the power button for about 8 seconds. It'll beep a second time, and then that will signify that it's in safe mode. And you'll actually notice that the light on top is going to change color from blue to actually green. So that means we're now in safe mode, and let's see what it looks like. Okay, so once you boot into safe mode, this is the menu you will see. Do not click on anything except Restart PS4. That's the option we're going to be focusing on, which is going to allow us to reboot the PS4 in developer mode, so it will allow us to play the Xbox One game. So once you have everything set up with the special file on the USB drive plugged in and your Xbox One game disc, we can go ahead and restart the PS4. It requires your controller be plugged in to select it, so we can go ahead and restart it. And then now we can unplug it again. And once it boots up, it'll give us the option to play it. So we just have to wait for that. The normal boot up, it'll probably look the same, but it'll look very different when we go to play the game. Still taking a bit. I don't think we can skip through this, unfortunately. Okay. All right, now as you can see, it's loading up the game, and it actually shows a little Xbox symbol next to the game name, which signifies that it is a Xbox game, not necessarily a PS4. And you might see some other minor changes on the screen. I can't really notice anything that signifies that it's developer mode. So let's go ahead and make sure this boots. It's going to download some sort of update file. And let's just start without updating. It's probably not going to apply anyway. And all right, so as you can see, it's booting up. And it works. It allows us to play the game. This is an Xbox game now on the PS4. So it works. Okay, so now you saw we were able to successfully boot into that Xbox One game on the PS4. Sounds crazy, but now you can impress your friends with it if they don't believe you. So why don't you guys let us know how it goes in the comments section. I don't expect Sony to patch this, but they may. From what I understand, it's actually kind of an important feature for testing, so I don't think they would be able to remove it. So don't forget to like that video if you enjoyed it, and if you want to continue watching, I've got some other videos on the right-hand side. You can just click those or look in the description for the same link, like if you're on a phone. If you want to subscribe, I make new videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so I think it should be worth it. And if you guys want to hit me up on Twitter or in the comments section below, I'm really looking forward to hearing from you. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Have a good one.